And we're back with a little light discussion of articles and republication of this idea of some game devs are saying that Grand Theft Auto 6 will possibly raise the prices for video games. It's not really, that's more of a paraphrase. Don't quote me on it. I'll put it on the screen. Don't you worry. Now, let's bring up this idea of this game. Huge map, so many things to do, so many Easter eggs, so many vehicles, so many planes, activities, and so on. Plus, you have the online infrastructure. It's like Grand Theft Auto 6 and it growing from Grand Theft Auto 5. It's a massive expansion. It's a doing things different from what we're seeing from the trailer and for what we're waiting on from Rockstar. They have another earners annual meeting they have in regards of their sales and all that in February, but other than that, they're just projections for most parts to see where Rockstar is going to sell, or they're projecting to sell for said game with the online too as well. And maybe they've released some ideas or games and all that in certain lists because they have to disclose this information into investors. Now, coming down to the idea of a game being $100, it really has to justify the $100, okay? There's some games that they're just so expansive. You're just like, man, how is this game so cheap? Or how is this game so big, humongous, a dump truck of ideas, plans, activities, Easter eggs, and all the little amenities, like how is this, and that game is this going to be priced at a certain price? You got to understand too that Rockstar is not going to sell this at $100. And understand this now, because think about it. They want everybody to have the ticket of admission. They want everybody they can get into the game. They're not gonna raise prices. My apologies. And they're not gonna do all that. And then oh yeah, sorry, we're pulling the rug. It's $100. You know what I mean? If anything, it's gonna be the $69.99, $70 to get in for Grand Theft Auto 6. It is going to be a trip because remember, if they wanted to maximize, you gotta understand, maximize, they could have done the PC port, but then more likely that's gonna cost more money, so they're gonna wait on it. How they always have done. They always have done this. It's always a year later or so on. So PS5, Xbox Series X or S or whatever, and that's it. It's going down. Grand Theft Auto 6. We just need the date. Hopefully we find out soon. So don't get it twisted with these industry devs. They're saying like, oh, the cost of making a video game. Nah, it's all right. This is Editor Me. Looked up some more information in regards to this whole fiasco of an idea. Came up from a venture capital and private equity firm. Okay, so basically this Olympion, whatever, by the person of Matthew Ball, right? They are pointing out that it's a growth engine for the market to grow, right? Because Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out in 2025, and the problem is it's only console only, so it's going to hurt its sales, right? It's not going to have all the exact amount of units it would sell if it went multi-platform, right? So, and the fact of that, it could be priced at $80 to $100, breaking the $70 barrier. But this is a bet that this private equity firm is saying. Now, breaking this barrier and saying that other companies under other titles that are priced at $50 to move up to the 60, and then the 60 move up to the 70, 70 to move up to the 80, and so on. That's what basically he's trying to place this at in this presentation. It's really about growing, the gross income of all this for the physical product, because you are getting consoles are getting a actual physical disc with the data. More likely it's going to be downloaded. It's just acting like a key basically. But it's something that is very, very, very apparent nowadays, where prices are, they might go up. That's basically what this presentation is stating. It's trying to break barriers for the lower title cost of games and everything, kind of like with inflation, showing that movie ticket prices, concert prices, Netflix, that, these prices are going up slowly. So when it comes down to it, it's just showing that it's a possibility there might be an uptick with price changes on games because of Grand Theft Auto 6. Because the fact that how big this game is going to be, it could be pushing. It could be pushing at a higher price. More likely or not, there could be a special edition. It could be a collector's edition involved in that, because they did this with Red Dead Redemption 2, if I'm correct. And I think other copies of the games like Grand Theft Auto 4, I think 5 had a collector's edition as well. I have to look that up. But either way, for the base admission, $70 would be the cheapest game for Grand Theft Auto. That's what's insane. That it's saying that for so much gain that you're getting within this presentation, you're getting a big fucking bang. Now, this is just a nod to the, maybe Take-Two Interactive takes this on and states that maybe we're going to raise the price. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that they give everybody the $70 chance to enjoy this game for what it is. Now, with online now coming to the picture, I don't know if it's going to be coming on with the game itself, but the whole fiasco started literally just from a venture capital private equity firm in regards to the presentation stating of what they, the company could do, raise the price, or help other games raise their prices up for value, or for adjustments into the market due to the fact that inflation. It's a big feature of that. And plus, corporations want to make more money, so they're gonna find some way to raise it up a little tad bit, not too much, because that's when we get scared and then we just don't buy the damn thing. So don't. The whole article about saying $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, that could be an idea. That could be a thing. But the problem is, if you scare off everyone and you don't let anybody in, it hurts the sales at the end of the day. It will literally shoot Rockstar Games in the foot if they priced it at $100. But you can look into this yourself. I will put a link in the description in regards to this PDF file or presentation for said presentation within the article itself. All right, I'm done. Back to the video. If anything, it's just probably people are talking out of their butt, because so much does go into making a game. But let's be really honest, the development is really not the most expensive part. It's the marketing. It's the marketing that sets it to the moon, and it's showing everybody what you got on the table. It's letting people know, like, hey, this is it. We got the biggest pizza in town. You know what I mean? Like, it's the big cannoli. That's just what it is. Marketing does take us some money. It's a real big piece. And coming down to the fact that they're going to get ready for this thing, maybe they'll announce a special edition. Maybe they will have a console edition for the PS5 or the Xbox Series Pro. or they'll have like their collector's edition. So we will see. We will definitely see how that goes. And if anything, they'll probably maybe raise the price up on the collectors. Maybe. Because let's be honest, Rockstar, they make decent, collector's editions and all that. But other than that, you want to play the game, here you go, boom. Pay the money, boom, bada bing, you're downloading it, and it's gone. It's on like Donkey Kong, so that's going to be a long day. You best believe that day, it's going to, whenever they give us the damn date in this game is going to come out, people are going to take days off, people are going to, like, have parties, whatever. They are going to want to play this game. It's going to be on the console, it's going to be a great time, it's going to be everything up above. So, these devs, whoever, and it comes down to the highest order, the executives, all the rumblings of the higher management. They want everybody in, okay? Especially when you're selling a commodity that is a luxury. Video games are not necessities. It's not like water, gas, food. It is a luxury item. It is something of entertainment. Do not get that twisted. So they can't mark up a price so freaking high, because then it'll affect the general sale of everything. It'll affect the fact that, there'll be backlash from every gamer out there, that barely could just get enough for the $70. I mean, like, how could you? $100? What? And I'll give it to the diehard fans, and I'm one of those people. I would pay $100, but not everybody. And when you're selling a product, especially you're spending about $2 billion, $2 with a B. You want everybody to be at the table, okay? You want everybody to get their seat, get their copy of the game, and then let them play. You want everybody there. If anything, they're gonna maximize the online. If anything, they're gonna figure things out that you are not gonna believe, and that's it. Or it'll probably be like a reiteration of like the previous online, that is Grand Theft Auto 5, and with the shark cards and X, Y, and Z, or set expansion or something. And even at that, they were doing expansions for free. If you notice that, you know what's paying? It's the shark cards. It's that little credit card, you get it in. Hey, little Timmy gets a little $1 million credits in the game. You could buy vehicles and boats and do heist and activities and all that. So, and the thing is, we don't even know what gimmick kind of thing it's gonna be for this Grand Theft Auto, because technically 5 was about heist. It was about these two old pals meeting up, and then the new character Franklin, the trio, thieves, friends among thieves and all that. So it's like, now coming down to this, we don't even know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like a Bonnie and Clyde. Okay, we got that. So then, what kind of heists are we gonna be doing? Are we gonna be doing small heists, big heists, industry level? Are we doing a cartel? Are we doing an organization that does like a lot of drug smuggling, human smuggling, whatever? A criminal enterprise, if you want to say. Are we literally in a weird story about these characters for Jason and Lucia for Grand Theft Auto 6? That's going to be the interesting part. We don't know nothing. So everyone's scrambling, they're losing their freaking minds, and we don't know anything. We just have to wait. Fall of this year, we're in January, we're about to go to February, so it's just the countdown. There's a lot of other games coming out. Just hold your horses. We're gonna get through it somehow, some way. But that's all I got. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm gonna say this again. They want everybody to be at the table, okay? They to investors' eyes, they want every person They want every person to get that ticket. They're going to enjoy their little meal. If they don't play online, cool, we got the initial. But then there is going to be people playing the online. A lot of younger folk, maybe newer, older folk. You never know. It changes. So don't believe these little articles like, oh, they should raise the price or whatever. It's a whole bigger strategy of just trying to get everybody in. That's why, if you notice, think about it like this. You go to the movies, you pay for your ticket, and that's it. There's no like additional like, oh, movies should be, man, they spend so much money on movies. They spend $200 million, $300 million, but yet they're only charging you maybe $11 to $16 for the ticket. The majority of movie theaters make, from their concessions. Mainly. Maybe the merch, maybe side stuff, but we're rambling at this point. Good Lord. You get what I'm saying. If you got anything in the comments you want to put them down. See your thoughts, about the whole $80 to $100 raise and all that, because it's a crazy idea, but I'm just saying, they want everything. They want the whole pie. But until next time, peace.